What's up, spectators? Welcome back to the episode of Layton's Mystery Journey. I apologize for the several days of no videos, but I've had a friend over and I've been helping him move, so it's been a little hectic lately. I've been barely in my computer, so I'm hoping that I can at least get some videos out for this week and then I'll feel happy. So, we are trying to find the person who's stolen the golden angel statue, but to do that, we've decided to continue playing the game of finding the little angel statues. So this is the second location of where the angel statue is supposedly hidden. So let's go ahead and see if we can find it somewhere. I don't know what I investigated last time. Look at this, eh? This is top-notch, this model, right down to the last detail. Eh, what's this? So it isn't. Have you found something? I have! A puzzle! Oh. Well, please do be careful of the model. It looks very delicate. Some sort of boat puzzle, I'm guessing. Oh, nope, I get, oh, kind of. Indirectly. There's a mysterious carving on a stone monument that sinks into the sea at high tide. It apparently shows the time when the island sinks under the water. What time is it showing? Clearly, this is one of those reflection things, so it's 8:30. Don't even, you know, 8:30. Thank you!
Get those little grey cells engaged? Ha-ha! See? I get them right sometimes.
Alright, settle down, okay? That took like half a second. Alright. Whenever it's, water reflection, it's always reflection. Not bad, Inspector Hastings. Perhaps they were right to make you Inspector after all. I'm gonna take that as a compliment. Don't get many of them, especially not from you, or anyone. Everyone hates me. I wasn't complimenting you, Inspector. Never mind. So it wasn't here? Nonsense, Poopy Pants. Funny place for a map, this. That's a nautical chart, Sherl. Don't be picky, Ernest. It is a map of the sea. It's strange that it's in here, though. I'd have expected a cabin like this to have paintings and portraits, not charts. I'm afraid that's my doing. I love the sea, you see. I love the sea. See? And all things related to it. It is the reason I established my shipping company in the first place. I see. See? Yes, I do understand. The sea is so romantic, especially when it's killing you and drowning you and destroying the ships and causing tsunamis. Romantic, alluring, mysterious, powerful? Yes, I enjoy my business ventures, but the sea is my true love. So, you're single is what you're saying. It is my dream to make Bountiful Holdings the largest shipping company in the world. But if I succeed, I have another dream, a bigger one. I will live out the rest of my days as a hunter of treasure, risking life and limb on the high seas. That sounds rather spiffing, if only you weren't 120 years old. There's countless treasure concealed under the waves, sleeping on the seabed, waiting to be found. You're clearly a very passionate man, Mr. Fullhold. I'm sure you're right. There must be a lot of undiscovered treasure at the bottom of the oceans. Ooh, this map moves! You've come by a treasure map, which shows various islands with different ruins on them. The treasure is located in the middle of an equilateral triangle that is connecting 3 islands that each contain different shaped ruins. Touch the 3 islands that show where the treasure is located to give your answer. Okay. It's located in the middle of a equilateral triangle. And each contain different shaped ruins. Contain different shaped ruins. So that's a little open-ended. So it can be inside, touching the edge. Okay, hold on. That is connecting 3 islands that each contain different shaped ruins. Well, I'm gonna assume they're at the corners. Suppose it could be something like... Oh, I see, I see.
This is an interesting one.
Ha! That's not so bad. A little bit of trial and error. Obviously not as easy as the last one. Right, Tank? Who's a handsome boy?
You're a handsome boy.
Well done, miss. You found it. The map isn't moving. Oh, I mean, it is now, obviously. The angel figurine. So this is where it was hiding. Yes. My congratulations, Miss Layton. Brilliant. So allow me to take you to the next treasure hunt location, the bridge. The bridge again? Weren't we just there to talk to the captain? Seriously, my dogs are barking here. Don't know what that means. I had no idea there was an angel figurine hidden there, though. Well, let's go back to the bridge and find it. What's this? What? What clue could this possibly be? Oh, that he likes treasure hunting. So he staged this whole thing, this little man. Okay. Tank, you're so soft. Oh, you're so cute. Hello! What can I do for you? I have resumed the treasure hunt game, Midas. I see. Well, I suppose the guests need a way to pass the time until we're at the wharf again. Of course, it could be Pullman, who's trying to do Fullhold a favor. It's gonna take quite a bit of time to get back. Well, keep her steady, Captain. We must give our guests a fair chance to find the angel. We can't wait. So, this is the nerve center of the ship, from where the captain steers her through the water. And the third angel figurine is concealed somewhere inside this room. I wish you luck in finding it. I wonder where it's going to be this time. There's bound to be some likely places. Let's find them. Like here! There's machinery and instruments all over the place, but just here it seems suspiciously chock-a-block. What the heck is a chock-a-block? I smell a rat. Your nose really doesn't work, does it, Sherl? We're looking for Angel, not a rat. But I think this could be the place. These are more speaking tubes, aren't they? They should be empty to allow the sound of your voice to travel along. Well, clearly it's inside. Right, Tank? Yes, it is. Oh god, it's one of these. Control the knight and princess at the same time so they both reach the exit. Touch the control arrows to move them both one square at a time in direction. Okay, yeah. Okay, well, I might be able to do this. Hang on just a second. Up, right. Now let me look very carefully at what I have to do here. Very carefully. I can move up, right, down, left, up, left, up. Oh, I'm so smart!
This should do it, I think.
That's right, Tank.
And that's how it's done.
I am the smartest. Right, Tank. Mwah. I got cat fur in my face. I knew you could do it. A wonderful show, miss. It was nothing. It was all about coordinating your movements, you see? Even when you're far apart. Okay, come on, show it to me. Too easy. There's an angel inside this tube. I thought as much. The third angel. There are an awful lot of these speaking tubes here, aren't there? You mean those trumpet things? They look like muzzle traps to me. They're called speaking tubes, Sherl. They're for carrying your voice to other parts of the ship, you see. I wonder where these ones end up. Let's ask Captain Pullman. Excuse me, Captain. Could you tell us where these speaking tubes are connected to, please? They go all over the ship. I need to be able to give orders to crew members wherever they are, you see. This goes to my cabin, this one to the deck. Then there's the engine room, the hold, pretty much anywhere you can think of. How wonderfully convenient. So you need never leave the bridge. Something like that. Speaking tubes have a long history on ships. Another wonderful performance, Miss Layton. You were magnificent in discovering the third angel. And now there's just one more to find. In the Grand Lounge, I believe? Correct. You and the other guests were about to begin the hunt for that angel when we discovered the missing statue. All right then, no time to lose. Let's go back to the Grand Lounge and uncover the ultimate angel. Yep, speaking tube is the clue. Only 2 remain. That's strange. Something's different here. When we came down this corridor before, I'm sure. Yes, the din from the engine's rather more noticeable than it was before, wouldn't you say? Sorry, I was just being a wag, but now you mention it, I think you're right. That's just because your ears need cleaning out, Sherl. God, she needs to chill out. She's just harassing Sherl. The last time you gave me one. Talking to your mud again, cat. Actually, Ernest was just commenting that the engine noise seems greater than it was before. Since when? Well, it seemed much quieter in the Grand Lounge when the party started, but now that it's under the ship being dragged along, it's very heavy. Yes, it's very obvious. I suppose I first noticed it long after we started looking for the goddess statue. Probably because we're heading back in at full throttle, don't you think? Captain Pullman told us the ship's engine had more to give, if you remember. Yes, but we don't appear to be moving much faster than we were before. That's true. Certainly doesn't seem a lot faster when you look out the window anyway. Wonder what's causing the extra noise then? Who knows? Anyway, aren't we supposed to be heading back to the lounge? Yes, for the final angel. Come along then, everyone. What? Who made you the boss? Clue. Engine is loud. They're starting to just hand these out for free. Here we are then, the Grand Lounge. Where the last angel is hiding. All that stands between me and that bidding slip. You can do it, miss. The sight of this lounge without the golden goddess saddens my heart. When we left from the wharf, it was such a magnificent sight to behold, no? I'm quite sure we'll find your statue, Mr. Fullhold. Don't you worry. Not if we don't actually look for it, Inspector. Yes, well, where do we look then, Perfetti? Knees weak, arms Perfetti. Please don't feel disheartened, Mr. Fullhold. There's still hope. Yes, and now we've come this far, we must complete the exciting angel treasure hunt, That's the spirit. So, if you can find Final Angel somewhere in this lounge, I'll reward you with a bidding slip for the Golden Goddess. Not that it is much of a prize at the moment. Oh dear, that's made him feel glum again. Why don't we throw ourselves into the treasure hunt to try to jolly him up a bit, miss? That's alright. He'll slow us down. Doesn't look like too many people have been digging in. Because in this jello... Oh, never mind. I'll have to search this tiered tower of platters in minute detail, I think. Let's start with this delicious-looking chicken. Mmm, smells gorgeous. Paws off the grub. You do realize too many calories dulls your brain, don't you? Nonsense, poopy pants. Oh look, there's a puzzle here on this dish. Perhaps if I solve this. Yes, there's a puzzle in this chicken. There's a stone with some symbols carved into it that seem to have some kind of significance. The top part of it's is missing and needs to be put back. But the pieces of stone are all in a jumble, and it's not clear which one it is. Look at the symbols on the other sides of the stone to figure out the missing one. How would I look at the other side exactly? Other sides of the stone. Other sides of the stone. Well, I guess I'll start guessing. I have no idea how this is supposed to be shaped. Maybe it's...
This should do it, I think.
What?
Any mystery or any puzzle solved.
How? How did I do that? I had no... Well, I didn't do that. I'm not even gonna pretend like I even had an idea. I went, this looks like a down arrow, and that's what I went with. Yay for me! You got it right. You continually surprise me, Katrielle. That's strange. I'm not seeing the angel figurine anywhere. We found the other 3 angels as soon as we solved the puzzles. Just because you see the moon in the sky every night, my friend, it does not mean you will see it this night. No, this puzzle you have just solved is only a hint about the location of the angel that's concealed in this room. It's a hint, is it? Well, the answer to the puzzle was that you had to look up, wasn't it? So we have to look up to find the angel, perhaps. Is it on the ceiling? Not quite that far up, I think, Sherl. I suspect it means the top of this tower of dishes. Of course! That's the hint! Let's investigate the top tier straight away then. There doesn't appear to be any angel at the top of the tower of dishes here. Really? But it must be. I remember there was a little round decoration at the top as well, but that seems to be missing now. I remember that decoration as well, actually. The decoration is gone? No, this is a disaster. Was it a very important It's the clue, you big dummy. Yes, well, no, but you see, I concealed the final angel figurine inside the decoration of which you speak. So you mean the angel figurine is lost too? Well, it was a game to find them, right? So... now not only is my precious golden goddess missing, but the final angel. What are we going to do, Miss Layton? Things seem to be going from bad to worse. Let's keep calm, Ernest. The angel hasn't gone missing. It's just changed location, that's all. But I did not tell anyone to move it. Someone has gone against my wishes, and I will kill them. Let me explain, Mr. Fullhold. The final figurine was originally inside the decoration on the top tier of the Tower of Plates, originally. The question we face is, where is it now? In fact, it's within sight of all of you even as we speak. It is? Really? Where? Relax, Pinstripe. She can't wait to tell us anyway. Let me put you all out of your misery. The final angel is... in the jelly! I knew it. I knew it was in the jelly. Knew it. In that enormous multicolored jelly? Indeed it is, Ernest. If we examine the jelly, I've little doubt that we will find the final angel figurine. Bam. Well, have you found it? Oh, yes, I've got it. The little round decoration, and the angel figurine is inside. However, did it end up in there? How? Yes. Somebody moved it without my permission? Is that what you're saying, Miss Layton? No, calm down. God, you'd be the worst at finding treasure. Actually, no. The truth is, I think the decoration just fell from the top of the tower. It fell? But what? 'Cause it's a ball. God's sake. Quite simply, Mr. Fullhold, you are an idiot. The stern appears to be considerably lower than the bow, almost as if we're caught on something. The ship is not level? Are you sure, miss? I can't say that I've noticed. It's not immediately obvious, especially when you've been walking around the ship as we have. But I'm quite sure the round decoration did in fact roll off the top tier of the Tower of Dishes. But the Titanic is the very latest model. Everything is in perfect working order, and we are not cruising at an excessive speed. What possible reason could there be for the vessel to be pitching in such a way? I'm sure there's a simple explanation, Mr. Fullhold, don't worry. Now that I found all 4 figurines, though, I think it's time to, Okay, go! Go! I must say, it's a very clever hiding place. No one would ever think to look for the goddess statue there. Are you saying you know who did it? Of course! This mystery is history. I know who did it, and I know how they did it. Well, come on then, spill the beans. Who was it, and where the devil is that statue? I'll explain everything as soon as everyone's gathered. Ernest, could you please? Yes, at once, miss. Wait a minute, though. There's something I need to discuss first. What are you planning now? You'll know soon enough. I'll reveal all once everything is settled.
For whom the goddess smiles. Well, she would love each and every one of us equally, of course. Yet there is someone among us who would have her all for himself. And that someone is... No, wait. I think everyone's more interested in where the goddess is rather than who is responsible for her disappearance.
Up. Hold it. Everyone knows it's bad guy first, then how he did it.
Yes. I should bow to my audience's wishes and explain the whereabouts of the statue first.
Hello. Dog giving advice here.
So, where is the statue, you ask? The truth is, it was stolen by someone, but I have deduced where that someone has hidden it.
Stolen? How could that be? Yeah, we're talking about a 4-ton statue here. How could anyone make off with that? Even if it was possible to move it, there's no way to get it off the boat.
But there is. There's one way you could get the statue off this boat and onto dry land.
How exactly?
I'll tell you. Even as we speak, the goddess of the Thames is under the water.
What are you on about?
I'm talking about the only possible way such a statue could be moved from this boat to the shore. The statue is under the water, being dragged along by the boat as we speak. And the thief is planning to recover the statue once the party is over and we've docked at the wharf.
But who would do such a thing?
There's only one person who could have done this, and that is you. Midas Pullman.
Called it. What was that voice?
And all of the crew have been helping you.
Ooh.
You've taken a hallowed image, bound it, and mercilessly thrust it into the, let's face it, grim waters of the Thames estuary. It's nothing short of sacrilege. You are all guilty of anchor abuse.
Anchor abuse? On the Titanic? Unthinkable.
That's not a thing, Cat. Reel it back in now.
Well, how do you explain how Captain Pullman removed the statue from the lounger into the sea, Katrielle? We've already established that there were a number of conditions that had to have been met in order to use the crane for that purpose. He needed the help of the crew to make it happen. What are you saying, Cat? Well, the captain told us that there's a key required to operate the crane. Obviously, he had that himself. But he had already given the key to the ship's navigator, Abel Seaman. Yes. Never forget this. When the incident took place, Seaman told us he was on the bridge. That's right. And from the bridge, he asked ship's engineer Declan Swabber to turn on the power to the crane in the engine room. Hold on a minute. We were in the engine room doing the treasure hunt at the time. I never heard anyone using the speaking tube. No, you didn't. Because you weren't supposed to. Just think back. When we first entered the engine room, Captain Pullman gave a long and detailed account of the ship's engine, didn't he? He was very passionate about the latest technology the ship employs. So that was a deliberate distraction, you think? I do. And while we were busy listening, Mr. Seaman gave the instruction to Mr. Swabber to flick the power switch. If it hadn't happened that way, there wouldn't have been enough time for Mr. Seaman to do the deed. As soon as the crane's power was switched on, he hoisted the statue out of the lounge and over the side of the ship. Once he'd finished, he let Once Mr. Seaman finished, he let Mr. Swabber know using the speaking tube again, and Mr. Swabber returned the power switch to the off position. And of course, it wasn't just those three involved. Every member of the crew helped to carry out this amazing heist. So they're all guilty then. The lot of them. We killed them all. It was an impressive piece of teamwork, I'll give them that. Facilitated by the many speaking tubes running all over the ship, so everyone involved could relay important messages to each other. The covers on the speaking tube between the engine room and the bridge are usually left open, so they're in constant communication. And let's not forget that this crew has been together for a long time. They know each other inside out. Well, obviously that explains why my profiling hadn't produced results yet. Nobody could have predicted the entire crew was involved. I just wish they hadn't put their amazing teamwork skills to such nefarious use. What a waste. It's criminal. Well, anyway, we should be arriving at the wharf before too long. I'll radio ahead to the yard and get us a welcoming committee.
It's all over. The case is closed. The ship's captain tried to steal the statue and the whole crew were in on it, but they didn't get away with it. It's under the vessel, boys. Fetch it out.
Sir! Under the vessel!
Let's go.
What?
You greedy, good-for-nothing spalpeen! You're not fit to call yourself a man of the sea!
Is this guy's all of his lines just weird sounds?
I'm not so sure. I believe it was the captain's undying love of the sea that drove him to such lengths.
Love?
Mr. Pullman is aboard this brand new ship today because he is employed as its captain. But once upon a time, he himself owned one of the most famous luxury vessels around, the SS Midas Touch. Isn't that right?
How did you...
Sadly, your business met with hard times in the economic recession, and you were forced to sell your ship and lay off all of her crew. You put all your younger years into that ship, and now you want her back, don't you?
Yes, you're right. You've certainly done your homework, I'll give you that. Unbelievable. I met my late wife aboard that ship. She means everything to me. I poured my soul into her.
So he does have a lisp. That's what that is? Okay.
This crew who are conspiring with you, they're the crew from your old ship, correct?
Yes, and I knew doing a terrible thing like this would mean I wasn't worthy of her. But I just had to get her back, by fair means or foul.
Well, now you're going to jail.
You realize that I have acquired the Midas touch through one of my brokers.
What? Really? You own her, Mr. Fullhold?
I do.
But I don't understand. I didn't think you were interested in older vessels.
No, those crusty old ships make no money. But the Midas touch is different.
If only you didn't do something so stupid. Now you'll be in jail, piloting nothing.
She is in a class of her own. If you want a pinnacle of luxury, there is no greater boat on the water. I have decided to run 2 cruise services from now on. These more affordable ones, and a Pullman service.
Well, not anymore, because you're going to jail.
Really? I don't know what to say.
Once you have made amends for this little transgression, I was thinking of making you captain of the Midas touch. She will be fully refurbished, of course. What do you say?
Do you mean that?
Yes. No one knows how to get the best from her like you.
There's nothing I'd rather do.
Very unrealistic.
Well, Captain Pullman, that's all worked out rather swimmingly, hasn't it?
Annoyingly so.
Thanks to you, Miss Layton. The business plan you produced for the Midas touch was very impressive.
You old dog cat. You arranged all this.
Brilliant, Miss Layton. You solved the mystery and put everything right at the same time.
Oh, well, it's what I do.
The golden goddess was raised from the riverbed, muddied but unharmed. And once again, her radiant beauty was put on display for everyone to admire. Ridiculous ending. Well, it has been about 30 minutes, so I'm gonna end this video here, and we'll start the next case next time. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.